Hi everyone, it's Michelle with Craft with MV. I'm glad to be with you again. Today we'll be making this card, this basket card, thinking of you. It can be a Thanksgiving card also. So let's get started. The sets I'm using today is the Baskets of Wishes, and I'm using the the basket, and then I'm using the pumpkins. And I'm using the Thinking of You saying up here. I'm using the layered framelit circles. I think these sizes, this is 2 5/8 and this is 2 6/8. I'm not sure, but these are the two I'm using. I'm using the bunch of banners, and on this one I use this, but I might try this, try them both, I don't know. Have to figure that one out. And then I'm using the leaflet framelits, and I use just this leaf, but you can use any one. And I use designer series paper for the leaf, any one you want. I just used a green color. And then I used green scenery one. I took some, a page out of here for the other designer series paper. Sorry, it's falling apart. I use it a lot. I like this paper. I'm using always Artichoke, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm using chocolate chip paper, 5 1/4 by 4. This is designer period paper that I took from Serene. This is 2.5 by 5. And then I use the craft paper, corrugated craft paper. I don't know if you could see that. It's corrugated, 2 inches by 5 inches. I'm also using, of course, scrap bright paper and scrap, always artichoke paper. I have my Wink Stella, dimensionals, the usual suspects. And I'm using the burlap ribbon, this burlap ribbon. Okay, so let's get started. Let me just move this off to the side, move the card up here. First thing we're going to do is stamp our image in Memento Ink. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm using a Memento Ink for our inks today. So we're going to stamp our image. We'll start with the basket. Okay. And just stamp that out, down. Okay. Now we're going to stamp. Okay, I'm also using, which I didn't mention, was my, I'm using my, my aqua blender pens from Spore Nectar. Okay, so there's our image. I'm going to go ahead and use a Big Shot to cut it out. I'm actually going to do all the things on the Big Shot right now just to make them easy. I had already pre-stamped my thank you, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the circle, the scallop circle, the leaf, and my sayings. And I also did, on this one I did a rim around it. Like I said, I might try something different before we're done. So I'm going to do those all now. I'll be right back. And of course I'm using my magnetic plate. Okay, so I'm back. So here's my basket. I did my circle, my leaf, which I used just scrap designer series paper. I don't really remember where it came from. I actually did the label in 2 different styles. So I might do this, or I might put the other one back on, or I might cut this and frame it. I don't know. We'll figure that out at the end. But just wanted to show you all the pieces I cut. I'm going to start by coloring in my basket here. So let me start with the basket colors here. I just have these blendable pens I use. So let me go ahead and color in my basket. So I'm just edging everything in a darker color. And then I'm going to, oops, sorry, blend it all with a lighter color. And the way I blend with these alcohol markers, I do little circles. So I'm going to go over 1 coat. And then I'm going to go again and add some darker color. You kind of just want to pull, by doing the circles, you can pull the colors. Okay, so now we have that done. Now I'm going to do my orange, my pumpkins. Okay, and again, I'm taking a darker color and I'm just going to, I'm just going to do the outlines. I'm going to take a lighter orange and fill in some of it. And again, as you move it across, you'll pick up some of the darker colors to give you some shading. I'm also going to take some yellow, and I'll do these things in yellow. This kind of like an orangey yellow. There's our pumpkins. Let me do my stems quick. I'm going to do my stems in this light color. I think I did them a little too dark last time, so I'm just going to fill in those little stems. Not blending anything for the stems, I'm just putting them in. Okay, now we're going to do our leaves. And the same concept. I'm just going to do a little outlining and, you know, with the darker color, just to try to give it a little depth. Sorry guys, I gotta go back. My oranges. Isn't it a pumpkin here? I forgot. Now I'm gonna do a lighter color on the leaves. Okay. So there's our basket of pumpkins. If you want to do the basket darker, you can definitely do that. Whatever works best for you. So again, there we're done. Done that. I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, and then we'll add the Wink Castella. In the meantime, we'll start setting up our card. So we're gonna take the chocolate base, and we'll place the designer series paper on top. Make sure I got the right piece. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. One time I picked up the piece I didn't use and did it. So again, I like to get this as close to the top and then kind of even it out on the sides. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to take the craft piece of paper, add that out. Okay, now this one we're going to line up on the side and the bottom. Okay. I'm just going to do that. It's just dry. I'm just going to add the Wink Castella so that can dry in the meantime. I'm going to put the Wink Castella on pumpkins. Okay. So we'll let that dry. Okay, now I'm going to put my ribbon on. Take a piece of ribbon, wrap it around. I'm just going to put a little bit of Okay, so there we have that. Now I'm going to add, okay, my leaf. What I did with my leaf, I kind of just played with it a little bit because I wanted to look a little like a leaf that maybe been around a little bit. Now I'm just going to put right down the center. And let me see, where do I want my circle? I'm going to put my leaf around here. So I'm just going to press that down. And this can go, yeah. Okay. I'm going to put my basket on my circle. Okay. There you go. I'm putting dimensionals on that. I'm going to be popping that up. So let's just put dimensionals on. Get this one. Lost one on the way. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to place this like that. Okay. Now, here comes the big decision. Do we want to do something like that? And maybe do this. Move it up a little. Kind of like that. Okay, we'll do that this time. So I'm just going to add and I'm just going to line this up so it kind of, you can also cut this in half. And I'm going to put a dimensional on the one side. There. And I'm going to go down that side. So there we go. This is what it looks like with, oops, sorry, the other way I did it. I just took these two pieces, kind of placed them in each other, and then ran tape along the back and then placed them together. And this is what it looks like with the version I just did. Okay, now it's time to put this on the back of the card. Now, I didn't pop it up. You can, of course, pop it up. I didn't, but so I'll just be putting I put lots of tape on. I never want mine to come off. So, whoops, got a little extra present there. Okay, now. Okay, good. And there you go. Kind of a simple, cute Thanksgiving fall card. Again, this is the original version. So, whatever you like. I just did two different ways. This one I popped up a little bit, put a dimensional on the one end. You can curl these up a little better. So whichever way you like, and whatever works for you. It's always your card, so whatever works best for you is what you do. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you like it. If you do, subscribe. I would appreciate that. I also have a blog where I list all the supplies used and full instructions. I also list the supplies I used below. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're looking for a demonstrator, I'd be happy to be your demonstrator. God bless. Hope you enjoyed and have a good day.